Hello and welcome to today's edition of In Business on Orange FM. My name is Fatal Bayaka. Today we want to engage the AGI on their press release that states that government should not scrap the 20% tax that is on sanitary parts, that's the imported sanitary parts. Now I am with the regional manager of AGI, Mr. Thompson Atubiga, so that he would help us appreciate this particular issue. Hello, sir. Welcome to Orange FM.
Thank you.
All right. Tell us, what is the motive behind this particular decision by AGI?
Our decision is simple, or the mode behind this decision is simple. We have companies in Ghana here producing diapers for our women. We have made several appeals to the government to support the local manufacturers to produce it at a lower cost, at a standard quality for our women. But we have not had any response from the government. Now we are having imported alternatives or imported diapers that are substandard and very cheap. And Ghanaians are now patronizing those diapers because of their prices, and our companies are collapsing. We are not saying the government should not tax the companies. What we are saying is he should support the local manufacturers to meet the local demand. We have the capacity, the machines that we have installed, and the staff that we have. We can produce what Ghanaians need, and even for the export market. Our challenge now is the taxes on the raw materials. When you are taxed on the raw material, and at the end of production you pay another corporate tax, it becomes the price becomes higher. And you know, all that we are doing is we are producing and selling. If you don't sell to meet the price or to meet the cost of production, you can't survive. So instead of removing the tax from the imported ones that are already mostly substandard, and that's a practice that is killing the local manufacturers, he should rather maintain the price, the taxes on the imported products, but support the local manufacturers by removing the taxes on raw materials.
But on that point, does that mean government is not supporting the local industry enough?
Yes, I like the end, enough. We're supporting, but not enough. We want to be competitive. We want to also meet the price competitiveness in the market. Why should an imported product, it goes through all the factors of production, all the costs that we also go through here, but it comes to Ghana and it's still cheaper? There was a publication, I'm looking for it here. There was a publication by Ghana Standard Authority that there are unregistered diapers in the market that are substandard. So they are advising the Ghanaians, they are advising the women to stop buying those products. This is what is really killing the local industry. People find different means to bring items to the country. You can't decide for the customer. What is cheaper, what he can afford, is what he will mostly go for. If we are to maintain the quality, the standards, ours will be cheaper. But because we can't control our borders well, and all sorts of products are imported to compete us unfavorably, we rather advise the government to keep the taxes on the finished products, but the raw materials that we are coming to process to make it cheaper here, he should help us by removing the taxes, then even go further to support the local manufacturers to produce it standard and to meet the total demands of the country.
Tell us about the specifics. So when you say that there are taxes on the raw materials, are you able to give us figures? How much taxes are these manufacturers paying and how is that affecting them?
You see, our taxes is not different from any other taxes that we import, we pay at the harbors. There are not any differentials to support the manufacturers and say, fine, maybe you are manufacturer, so you are paying, we are giving you maybe 10% support in the tax holiday or anything. We pay just as those who are importing the finished products direct to the market. It makes manufacturing difficult in the country.
The last time I was engaging the Deputy Minister of Gender, Children and Social Protection, Francisca Otemensa, and she was quite clear that government is working relentlessly to make sure that they either scrap the taxes on sanitary parts or they reduce the import duties on sanitary parts. What do you make of that?
Yes, we love that idea. Since this issue came up, we have engaged the government. Last week we met with this group. I'm coming. Let me make reference here. We met with the Trade Commission and we stated our points clear to them. And I think they understood the point we were raising. Any suggestion that we are supposed to give to the government to support industrialization of the country, we are trying. Without taxation, the country cannot move. But if the companies are growing and expanding, automatically the taxes will go up. But when the taxes are rather killing the companies, the complaints will be like this, and the government will not also get the needed amount. So, as we just mentioned, one person can import 10 containers, and how many people are selling? But if you want to produce 10 containers, definitely you don't need just one person. You need more than 100 workers. So to solve the problem of unemployment in the country, we have to find ways to support the local industry to grow and expand. So it got to a point that people misunderstood us when the government was giving 50% tax relief for imported items. But we, the manufacturers within, were not having any discount. We complained and they said, AGI people don't want prices of items to come down. No, it is different. We are all competing on the market. So if you are importing and you have discount, if I'm manufacturing here too, I need a discount. So we can all play on the level field. But if you have discount, I don't have a discount, you have an advantage over me. These are some of our advice to the government.
Just looking through your statement, I saw that you said at the moment you produce just, those within that sector produce just about 30% or so. How is that affecting employment? And do you think that if the government goes ahead to scrap these particular tax import duties on sanitary parts, it would create a lot more unemployment in the country?
Yes, already some of the companies are folding up because they can't compete. And if you are folding up, automatically you are laying off workers. If the government should further reduce the taxes or just remove it from the imported diapers, they will take over the entire market of the diapers. That means they are kicking the manufacturers off production. If you don't have anything to produce, you fold up and you lay off your workers. So that will deepen the woes of unemployment situation in the country.
Yes, just on that, the last one before we go. You know that there are so many young women who do not attend school regularly because they are unable to afford sanitary pads, and government says, okay, would scrap the taxes so that the price of the sanitary pad would be quite affordable, so that these young people can afford, and in order that they can go to school and all of that. Why don't you agree with the government on that?
Yes, perfectly we agree with the government. What we are saying is we can produce it locally, and we have been doing it. It is because of higher taxes. That's why we are not able to produce for them. If the tax burden is reduced, we can equally produce the standard, the required one in the country, and at affordable prices. You know, it came to a point that because of COVID-19, nobody was traveling. So at least we should be able to be self-sufficient a bit. The ladies did nothing wrong to come as ladies. So if we don't have the diaper in the market at all, if there's no importation, what happens to them? So apart from the profit we are talking of or the competition, the commodity should be available at all times in the Ghanaian market for the women.
Okay. So now, what's the way forward? What do you think should be done immediately to make sure that all of these issues are addressed?
You see, if you look through our press release, we stated that there are some products that the government has given them tax-free because of where they belong to or how necessary it is for the country. We want these diapers to be added to those products so that we can produce it adequately and at affordable prices for our people. It should be available at all times and at a cheaper rate and standard in quality.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, sir, for speaking with us. So we just engaged the Asante Regional Manager of the Association of Ghana Industries, Mr. Thompson Apam Atubiga, and he has helped us to appreciate this particular issue. My name is Fatal Bayeka. Join us next time.